Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Muhammad Aiman with Chemani alias Jumani. I'm from University Putra Malaysia taking Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering with honors. Today I want to present about the final year project, my final year project about the analysis of energy harvesting for suspension system. So the background of study, harvesting energy was an alternative energy to accommodate the electric energy that required from the any electric component. This energy can be harvested from the ambient environment. Electromagnetic energy, one of the energy harvesting, which generate electric from any motion. Suspension system has the potential to harvest the kinetic energy which dissipated by the system. So the problem statement, the development of the technology was bring the production of vehicle to use electronic component maximally as major part. The maximum usage of the electronic component become challenges to provide the enough energy for vehicle due to the limited weight and the space factor. The lifespan of the existing chemical battery will be short due to the high consumption of the electric energy. The increases of chemical battery waste also will harm to the nature. So the objective of this project to design the energy harvesting for motorcycle suspension system using CAD software, then to analyze the energy harvesting for motorcycle suspension system using MATLAB. And so for the methodology, this is the figure showed a flow chart that indicate of the methodology for the whole project. So in this project, I proposed a three design with the different energy harvester. So after that, from the design selection process, I choose the design tree because it have the highest score compared to other design. So this is the proposed design, which is consists of two important part, which is suspension system and energy harvester system. So this is the suspension system, which indicate the suspension system and the rack. So for the harvester system, it consists of the pinion, internal gear, and the important part is just the one-way bearing to produce the one-way rotational to the generator. So for the result, I use for the parameter, I use the 150cc motorcycle criteria to find the to the parameter. So this is the parameter for 150cc motorcycle with the with their suspension system. So I put the information or the parameter into the MATLAB script. So after that, this is the model of the energy harvesting for suspension system. We can see the bottom one that represent the road profile or road roughness, and the upper one and the top one we can see this is show the behavior of the vehicle of the sprung mass. So the middle one, which we can see the suspension system with the harvester system. So this is the subsystem. You can see the rack and pinion and simple gear and also the generator. So from the result, from that we can see the result that from the initial that we produce the maximum power output is the 0.84 watt. So I also investigate on the factor of the spring mass on the power output of the harvester. I use the three different mass, which is you can see at the table. After that, from the observation, I see that maximum power output can be produced will be decreased due to the increases of the spring mass. So you can see the result from the different mass. So we can see that the highest mass will produce the lower power output at 7 to 10 seconds. So you can see that the oscillation of the spring, you can see that the highest mass will reduce the oscillation of the vehicle. So I also investigate on the road profile, which is the road roughness factor on the power output of the harvester. So I use the three different road type, which is I get from the ISO X680, which is commonly used in the suspension system analysis. So we can see that the roughness, the highest the class will give the highest roughness of the road. So we can see from the observation, we can see the table that the highest the roughness of the road will produce the highest will produce the will increase the maximum power output of the harvester. So we can see that the energy that can be produced from the class D, which is the highest roughness road, we produce the 58.5 watts. We can see that the road profile of the class D. We can see the amplitude of the roughness of the road. You can see highest compared to which is class D, highest compared to other class. You can see. So if the roughness will increase, it will also increase the displacement of the vehicle, oscillation of the vehicle. For the summary, energy can be produced from the rack and pinion transmission system for 150cc motorcycle. Energy that produced from the 100cc motorcycle have the lower compared to the car vehicle. In this project, the mass of the vehicle and the roughness of the road was influence the power output from the harvester. For the conclusion, the energy harvesting for the suspension system was developed to regenerate energy from the mechanical motion of the suspension system. The different mass vehicle and the road profile are the factor that analyzed in this experiment. For the recommendation, there are many other factors that affect the power output. The other factor is spring coefficient, damping coefficient, and the stiffness of the tire. The selection of the material on building the harvester also important to determine the durability and the endurance of the harvester. So, the application of my project to the industry. Energy harvesting can reduce the dependence on chemical battery, which can longer the battery life, especially in automobile and such as motorcycle and car. If we use energy harvesting as the source of energy, it can reduce the capacity of the battery at the vehicle. Some of the sensor with the low power consumption can self-sustain using the power from the energy harvesting that come from the suspension system. The chemical battery waste can be reduced if all the person applies the energy harvester in the daily life. That's all from me. Thank you.